everybody, welcome to our community kitchen sessions. My name is Pietra, I'm a nutritionist. I'll be taking you through these sessions. They go over 4 weeks. So glad that you could make it today, and bringing the kids as well, that's totally fine. We've set up an area for them to play while we do these sessions together. So it would be great if everybody could come to each of the sessions. There's 4 over 4 weeks. This is so that we can build upon all our practical cooking skills, and we've provided all the ingredients for all these amazing recipes that you'll be learning. You'll be able to take those recipes home and cook for your families. These sessions are planned around very family-friendly meals. At the end, we will be able to enjoy them together. We set up tables outside, and that's where we can mingle and have a chat and get to know each other. So I'd just like to take you through what to expect in these community kitchen sessions. So at the end of the program, you will have a lot of basic skills around cooking. We'll also consume a variety of different foods through all these nutritious recipes that are planned. You'll have a self-awareness of, you'll know how to plan your own meals in the home for you and your family. We'll also have some really great social interactions where we can eat the foods together and enjoy this time outside with the kids as well. That's great. And expanding on your knowledge of nutrition. So feel free to ask any questions at all, and if I can't answer it on the spot, I will make sure that the next time I see you, I'll have things that I can bring in or share with you to go over those concepts as well. So what to expect week by week? I've just laid it out here. Week 1 is today, so we'll go through the healthy eating, the food groups. There's posters on each of the table, the workstations, so soon we'll go in our groups to the workstations and all your ingredients and activities are there. Week 2, we're going to touch on food safety and hygiene. So this is really important to learn these skills as well, so that you can handle your food and prepare your food safely. Week 3, we'll go through some malnutrition and risk factors for disease. So this will cover all the micronutrients and macronutrients that you need within your diet. And week 4, we'll go through some simple topics of healthy living, and it's a fun session where we get to go outside, play a bit of a ball game, and go through some activities there as well. So the kids are always welcome to come and join in on those as well. Okay, so this part of the session, we're going to dive in now to the activities. If you can see over there, I've set out the tables, the workstations with all your ingredients like these. You'll have your recipes, and you'll also have a list of the people in your group and the activities that we've planned today. So what we'll do is we'll discuss these activities in our groups, and then we'll come back together and discuss them all together. And this will be a great way for you to interact and ask questions, and we'll learn from each other as well. So I've been wandering around to the workstations. I can see that you're really on the right track. That's really good. So just going through those 5 food groups and sorting these ingredients out into the food groups, it's really great to see that you guys are really involved in that, and the teamwork that's happening. That's really great. So I just wanted to go through these weeks here what we'll be cooking. So there's a lot of cooking skills that you'll be learning. The recipes for these weeks are going to be really tasty. So we've got a bean and vegetable soup this week with rissoles, crusty bread and green salad, and we'll top it off with the dessert of fruit and yogurt. We'll also week 2 be doing a beef stir fry with greens, brown rice or noodles and zucchini brownies. So this is a great way to also incorporate vegetables into desserts. So we'll be showing you this. We also will make in week 3 a vegetable bake with grilled chicken and herbed whole grain bread and an apple crumble for dessert. So that's really delicious. And for the 4th week, we'll just learn how to make a chicken broth soup, and we'll also do some loaded baked sweet potato and rice pudding for dessert. So these recipes touch on all the food groups, very nutrient dense foods that you'll be able to incorporate in your home. So if I just get everybody back to the room here, and we'll go through all these activities together, and we'll go through in detail on the board here. Okay. So I'll be drawing up the Australian food guide up here, the food groups. And we can go through this together and put all the foods into the categories, and go through the categories as well. So who would like to start? Yes. So we'll just write down all the things that we need to sort today. So we had the beans, the vegetables, we had oils, we had fruit, yep, we had yogurt, and we had the mince, so we're making the mince, rissoles, that had the cheese, a salad, and some herbs, yes. And I think we're forgetting one, so anyone remember what that is? Yep, the whole grain bread. So when we look at the food groups here, what food groups are they? Do you know what they are? You're not sure?
Meat, grains.
Okay, so we'll do that one first. The meats, grains. So that's one of the largest food groups.
Vegetables.
Yes. That's another one of the largest food
Fruit.
groups. Fruit. Yeah. And dairy, well done. You must have been helping Mummy. That's excellent. So we'd just like to sort out these ingredients into the groups now together. Okay, so over there, yeah. So we've got the salad in this group. Herbs also. Herbs are great to incorporate in your cooking, so they add a lot of flavour. They're also quite good with minerals, their mineral content and their micronutrient content too. They're just a small amount can really boost a dish with this, so it's a great thing to add, especially parsley. Parsley is full of iron, so I tend to like to add it to everything. It's just an easy way to boost your nutrition within a meal. Yep, so we've got the mince. So our meats is a really important part of the diet. If you're not eating meats, then like I said before, incorporating things like lentils, legumes, beans, chickpeas, this can boost your diet for iron, also for fibre. Whereas meats, just in moderate amounts with your beef probably twice a week is healthy, incorporating chicken or lean meats, poultry. This is also a good source of iron and protein that we need in the diet. Yeah, so there's always other ways that we can get more out of our diet if you're not eating these things. So I always like to include lots of seeds or different nuts. There's different hemp protein, that's an amazing one, or quinoa, which is a grain. Incorporating these because they actually have a good range of the essential amino acids which we need. They're essential because we get them from the diet. They're not made within the body. So if you're not a meat eater, these are great things to add to your diet. And I can go through these individually with you as well if anyone's needing more information on those ingredients. Yeah, so we've got the fruit, we've got whole grain. So whole grain and grains. So this is probably confusing for a lot of people too. The type of carbohydrate that we choose is very important. A complex carbohydrate is a carbohydrate that will slowly digest. And then we have the refined carbohydrates, like the white breads, things that burn off very quickly and don't keep us full. So just opting for grainy breads, whole grain breads, and then you've got your rices, you've got your quinoa, like I was saying before, oats is amazing, just things like this that we can add, and they're very wholesome, full of nutrition, and a really good slow burn, not to peak our sugar levels. So we can go through things like this individually as well, because this is quite a big topic, but we can cover that in more detail together individually. Yeah, so I think that's all. Any questions? I'll be coming around shortly again soon, and we will get started on making these recipes. This is the fun part, and the kids can join in. They'll love that. I always get my little ones chopping things. We've got the kids safe knives set out there as well, and they just love getting involved. It gets them eating it as well, so it's really important just to make it a family event. It makes it fun and you enjoy it more when you sit down to eat it. Okay, just if one person from each group can stand up, and we'll go through these again together as one large group. So we'll sort through these ingredients into the food groups now. Yep, so we've got the beans here. They are actually within the meats category, yep. And the vegetables, yeah. So Table 2 had a really great question about this, and they were wondering why. So we plan, the food groups have been planned so that when planning your diet, that you're covering everything that you need to cover to get all the right minerals and nutrients that you need. People who don't eat any animal protein, they will have to then plan to have things like legumes, like what we have here, beans, we've got the split peas or chickpeas, lentils. So these are great sources of protein, and they are very dense with nutrition, and this is what we need in our diet. Excluding things like that, you will have to really be on top of other sources of protein. We get our iron through green leafy veg and other sources as well. Vegetarians may eat eggs, so eggs are a good source as well. Eggs will be included here in a meats food group also. Yeah, so we'll go to the next, we got the vegetables. Yeah. So oils, again, we can incorporate these into the food groups here. Oils is on its own. Oils are, depending on the variety that you choose, olive oil is a great option. These are healthy fats. You'll also find your healthy fats are in things like avocado. You'll find that avocados are on the food groups, and they're great to incorporate in the diet. They're a really good source of a healthy fat. You'll also find oily fish, nuts, and seeds. These are main sources of healthy fats that we can incorporate in the diet in moderate amounts, yeah. Okay, so we will probably jump over here to cheese because you've mentioned that, and the yogurt. So cheese and yogurt, they're incorporated here into the dairy. And they are also essential to have in the diet. These are a saturated fat, so they make up 10% of our daily intake. 10% isn't a lot, so, you know, planning a diet more with these healthy fats here and just a little bit of the saturated fats. Saturated fats are also found a lot in biscuits and pastries, and some of those not so great, not so healthful foods that you can buy, and sometimes it may be worth learning some homemade style of foods just so that you aren't overdoing the saturated fats or the trans fats that we find in all this processed food. There's always a lot of ways to incorporate healthy alternate type recipes to make something yummy, like we're going to make the zucchini chocolate brownie. The kids don't even notice that that's in there, and that's just a really healthy way of incorporating vegetables into something that's really tasty and a treat. Yep, so there's certain amounts of these food groups that we should be eating every day, and that changes for each life stage. So we will discuss that further. Session 4. Yep. So session 4, I actually have a handout for you to take home, and this will go through all the food groups and how many serves per day that we should be aiming for in our diet. Any other questions? Yep. Yeah, like I said, with the vegetarian diet, planning the diet, I can help you with that individually, so you make sure that you're getting everything you need in nutrition. Yeah, so it's smelling really good in here now. Everyone's getting the cooking started, and I've been around and I'm looking at what you're doing. It's just amazing. You're picking it up so well. It's quite fun getting in the kitchen together. What I will just go through at the end here is if anyone wants to just raise their hand, and maybe we'll chat about where they think maybe they are lacking in the diet. After seeing this today, you might think, wow, yeah, there's a bit that I need to look at in my own diet, and I don't know how to do this. Through the weeks, we've actually got a session where we focus on meal planning, and this will be very beneficial for you guys to learn those skills, to be able to take that home and plan your own diet and feel confident about doing that for yourself and your family. We've just got one of my helpers over there. If you want to look across to there, he's demonstrating how to do that part of the recipe. Yep, so if you're having troubles with that, there are demonstrations over to the side here, and they'll be able to help you. Okay, so I had some great little helpers. The children decided to set the tables up already, so that's all done. You can see out the back there, there's a few tables. We'll just get everybody serving up the portions for everybody, and we can carry those out to the tables and enjoy these meals together. I would just like to say thank you for everybody coming today. I'll wrap it up here, and then we can just be a bit social outside and have a bit more of a chat together. But thank you for coming today. It's been just great. We've been learning from each other, the questions. It's just really great. This is what we want. We want you to get the most out of this experience. So don't be afraid to ask anything at all. If I can't, like I said, answer it today, I will find all the resources and the answers for you and bring it next time I see you.